their environment, right? And so we see this, the one in the background, I'm sorry, this should have probably been a nicer build, is a thing called Epispider, which is actually walking around and it's collecting up news that appears to be about different sort of disasters and, in particular, disease outbreaks. And then they run it through Calais, and they get back a whole bunch of entities, and they try to arrange those entities in sort of this very loose ontology where they can actually start to say, oh, this is about, a virus outbreak, and this appears to be a location, and so they build up sort of a sequence of locations, and they're using the standard simile exhibit display so that you can actually walk through all of these different facets and filter in on disease outbreaks in different parts of the world. Twitter, as we talked about, actually, if you use the @ tag, if you use the hashtag, the displays now sort of typically do something kind of interesting to let you see that, in fact, this tweet actually has this information. And Freebase being another one where the display is generic. The display is actually generated by looking at the information available on that entity. So the things on the left side there aren't predetermined. If you go and extend the vocabulary, the things on the left side start to grow. And so I think, it's kind of interesting. The possibility that Twitter could actually construct something kind of interesting in these annotations just by offering up a display that showed them in a way that allowed people to sort of converge and learn from others doing it is good. The downside, of course, of making, semantics visible in displays is that it typically then gets subverted for the side effect that it has. This is my favorite example. If you think about Wikipedia, which I'll talk about a little bit more, the info boxes themselves, I think, are actually a very rich form of vocabularies. And so they have